What's going on, everybody? My name is Arun and welcome to my channel. This series is tutorials on the Linux operating systems and shell programming. Now in this tutorial we will be looking at two statements, namely the echo and printf statement, and after that we will be looking at variables. Alright, so let's get started. The echo statement is useful for displaying some messages on the screen. Let's say you want to display something like hello world on the terminal. You just type echo and then type hello world and it will just print it for you. Sometimes if you want to be sure whether what you're entering is actually a string or something like that, you can put the enclose the strings in double quotes just to be sure, and you can do this just like that. Since in Linux the strings doesn't matter. I mean, the strings can be either double quotes or single quotes. You can use them either way and it will work just fine, but the only consideration is that do not mix and match. If you start with a single quote, end with a single quote. So if you start with a double quote, end with a double quote, but do not start with a single quote and do not end with a double quote, or the vice versa. Alright, so echo statement is helpful in that way. You can print out values and you can print out statements like this. Now echo statement also supports what we call as the escape sequences. For the escape sequences to work, you need to enable a flag or an option called as -e and press enter. And you see, unlike the previous cases, this \n helps you gives you a new line as well. Alright. Now, if I do not give this -e, press enter, this will be this \n will be taken as a literal character and will be printed. So to enable this, you have to give -e to make it happen. Also, there's the feature of there's a feature like \t, that is another escape sequence that helps you to give a tab. Notice this 3 spacing over here, and that is because of the tab spacing that we got over here. Alright, I mean that okay, it will give you a 2 space tab by default. It will give you 3 space tab by default. Alright, so the space before the tab is not considered in these kind of cases. Cool. There you go. Now if you were to go look at the man command for echo, it will give you all the escape sequences that are available. So / is an important character, so if you want, then you cannot place it in the string directly, so you have to use the / to print itself. You can use alerts with \a, a backspace with \b, and escape sequence with \e, form feed with \f, and then new carriage return with \r, and so on and so forth. There are multiple options available. You can use them as per your requirement. Alright, so with that being said, let's actually talk about the next statement, that is actually the print statement, printf. Now this is different from that of the echo statement in one particular way. That is, it helps you do print statements with some kind of a formatting. That is to say, let's say you have some generic text like hi there, and you want to give some here. You want to put here is a placeholder for something like it can be a person's name or something like that. Hi there with an exclamation sign. How are you? Now you want to put something over here, and here I just want to put something like my name. I want to put my name over there. Sometimes I mean in this case I can actually use echo statement and do it by myself, but sometimes you will get the information as variables or in some other location, and you want to plug them inside the statement. Alright, and you want to give some certain formatting styles and all. In those kind of cases, echo statement might not work, and in that case, printf will work easily for you. That's why printf stands for print with format. So here I can just type a placeholder, and that is it's not a placeholder, format specifier, and the format specifier for string data is %s. If you have learned C programming, this is similar to that. Just type %s and that will give you a formatting. And here I want a new line after this, so I press \n and press enter, and there you go. It says, hi there Arun, how are you? Cool. Now instead of this I can write any name I want. For instance, let's say I have my Alexa with me, so You can just type, "Hi there Alexa, how are you?" and it'll work just fine for you. Fine. Cool.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that's my Alexa. anyway, moving on. Moving on. With these concepts being clear, let's actually go about with variables. Variables are pretty important in the the operating system, and especially in the shell programming. What the variables do is help store data, and then you can use the data to do, say, various computations or operations. So first, let's talk about creating a variable. The rules for creating variables are simple. All you need to do is just have to start with a non-numeric character and non-symbolic character. Underscores are allowed. Only underscores are allowed. And after that, among the symbols. And afterwards, you can use any character of your choice. Characters, uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. You can use any characters of your choice. And you can use numbers in between them. But you should not start with the numbers. The regular conditions. And let's say something. Let's say I want to save my name. So my first name, that's my first variable I want. So unlike in other programming languages, do not give this equals space over here. Shell is a bit picky in that. So here you have to give your variable name, equal sign immediately, and then assign a value. All of them without spaces. All right, without any spacing. You have to give it like this. I know that's a kind of a convention they have. All right. So if you press enter, the variable is being stored, and you can use this variable as long as the terminal is active. Now, if you want to print this variable out, I can just type echo, and if I type my first name, that's what instinctively one might think about. But if you look at it, it'll just take this statement as a string and print it for you. Echo statement will take this as a string, but this is actually a variable, so that has a value arrow, right? So how do you go about with it? So to distinguish that this is actually a variable and not actually a string, you need to put the $sign in the front, and that distinction helps echo statement and print statement. And now you press enter, you see now the value has been printed. Now instead of taking this part as a string, now it took this as a variable and printed it out. What if you have a variable that you don't have a data for it? For instance, let's say my last name, press enter. If a variable does not exist, let's say, you will get an empty blank line over here, and that is an indication that the variable does not exist. Alright, now with this variable being ready, now we can actually do a little more stuff. Say last name, and we can remove the $sign for now, and we can assign it. My last name is Gunasekaran. Alright, now I can print my last name. It works out fine. Cool. Now I can print some fancier statements right now. Okay, so here it goes. Hello there, my name is percentage S, percentage S. Welcome to shell scripting. Alright, now for the percentage S, I need to give a placeholder. I can say $, and I can say my first name, and then there's another percentage F, so I have to say $my last name and press enter. What just happened? Okay, I think I made a mistake over here. I think this should work. I guess. Did I delete this? Okay, this worked out fine. Just bear with me. Okay, these two worked out fine. Printf, my name is my mistake. It's not $s, it's percentages. I'm an idiot, so I'm an idiot. Yeah, percentage S. Now I press enter. and there you go. It says, hello there, my name is Arun Gunasekaran, welcome to shell scripting. So when you give it in a printf statement, it prints exactly what you give it. So you need to be a little smart about and say what and smart about it, and then you just have to say, you have to format this accordingly to make it fancy. Now here I put this \n so that we get a new line, and then I put this dot over here so that after my name I'll have a dot. Alright, now we press enter. Now it says like this, hello there, my name is Arun Gunasekaran, with the dot over here, and then it says welcome to shell scripting with an, and then we have a new line. Cool. Now you can not only use variables with strings, you can also use variables with numbers as well. So let me clear this. For instance, you can say my pi, which is actually my pi value with 5 digits, 3.1415. Alright, so if I want to use the variable value, I can just say echo my pi, press enter, it will come out directly for you. Alright, you can use this for storing numbers and any kind of data. Alright, now with this being said, this is how you create variables and you create variables and use them inside echo and printf statements. Now in the future video we will be talking about some arithmetic operations that you can do with them, and arithmetic operations, so that you will have some idea about how to play around with these variables a little more elaborately. Alright, so that's all I have for you all in this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time with another interesting video. Till then, take care.